Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to a no links wasted FIFA 19 cheap starter team squad builder. So let's get started off with the goalkeeper position. Gonna be Ribeiro. He's got a pretty decent card. 81 diving is pretty good for a 76 rated keeper. 6'4" as well. It's gonna be pretty useful in goal. So it looks like a pretty decent starter goal. You could also use Viviano, but since he's 83 rated, I think he's going to be a little more expensive towards the beginning. So if you're looking for a cheap goalie, I'd recommend this guy. Looks pretty good for the stats that he has. In the right back position, we're going to go with Klosterman. He looks like a really solid cheap right back this year. He's got 84 pace, 73 defending, 72 physical. He's got 88 sprint speed. So his acceleration isn't that good, but that should be fine because he's still got 79. So he should be able to keep up with a decent amount of wingers and forwards this year. As well as that, he's got 73 strength, which is good for a right back. Most of them are kind of weak, so 73 strength means he'll definitely be able to shove off most wingers off the ball when they're running down the wing. 82 jumping and 74 heading combined with his 6'2" height. It's going to be really good for winning headers in the air. He's got decent defending as well, and I'd recommend, if you guys want to put chem style on him, I'd recommend the anchor chem style. Goes up to 91 pace, 82 defending, 79 physical. That gives him some really good boosts in some key areas. So if you're looking to put chem styles on your players, I'd get Klosterman with an anchor. Right center back, we're going to go with a guy that has an insane card this year, it looks like. Mukiele. He's got 81 pace, 77 defending, 75 physical, 79 acceleration, 82 sprint speed. It's going to be really good. Definitely going to be able to keep up with most forwards. As well as 79 strength. He's going to be able to shove him off the ball. He's got 86 jumping, but only 69 heading. So it's going to be a little questionable in the air. And he's only 6'1" as well. So he shouldn't be able to win a decent amount of headers, but I wouldn't expect him to be such an aerial threat. Yeah, so he's got some really good stats, like I mentioned. 81 pace, 77 defending, 75 physical. High work rates, maybe not the best. He might push forward a little bit, but if you keep him on stay back while attacking, he should be good. Chem style for this guy, anchor might be expensive, although that'll give him the best boost. So if you don't want to spend that much on anchor chem styles, Sentinel's fine. Pretty good as well, because he's got that 81 pace, which doesn't really need to be boosted that much, but you can increase his defending and physical. Sorry about that. So he goes up to 94 strength, 91 jumping, almost 80 heading, and insane defending stats. So yeah, if you're looking for a good center back, I get Mukiele. But there is one thing, he might be kind of expensive because he does have 81 pace, so it's going to be sought after quite a bit, but he is only 77 rated, so I'd expect his price to drop pretty quickly into the year. Left center back, we're gonna go with an ex-Barcelona player, Jeremy Mathieu. He might also be a little more expensive just because he is 81 rated with some really solid stats. He's got 71 pace, 84 defending, 82 physical, along with really good passing and dribbling stats for a center back. He's got 89 strength, which I think is the standout stat on this card. Definitely going to be able to shove off almost all attackers. And he's also going to be able to keep up with quite a few with his 74 sprint speed and 68 acceleration. He's got 84 defending, and he's got all around really solid stats for only an 81 rated card. If you're looking for chem styles on this guy, I would pretty much recommend anchor. It goes up to 79 pace, 93 defending, 89 physical. That's a beast of a card right there. So anchor if you can, but if not, I'd probably leave him on basic just so he gets the extra pace, which he might need to keep up with some of the faster attackers. And he still gets a nice boost in defending and physical. So yeah, that's our left center back of choice. Left back, we're going to go with my favorite informed left back on FIFA 18, Marçal, or Marcal, pretty sure it's Marçal. He's got a pretty well-rounded card, not the fastest. It doesn't have like the absolute best defending and physical stats, but I think he looks pretty good for his price, which I don't think he'll be that expensive because he's in the League One and he's not like a standout left back in there. But he's got some pretty good pace stats: 79 acceleration, 77 sprint speed. He's going to be able to keep up with most attackers. If you're kind of worried about his pace, I'd put him on stay back while attacking. That'll just make sure he stays back so he doesn't get beat for pace all the time. He's 5'10", which is good, although he doesn't have the highest heading, so I wouldn't really expect him to be an aerial threat for you. But he's got really good physical for a left back. 71 strength is pretty good, as well as 80 stamina, so he can run most of the game, as well as 77 slide tackle and 76 stand tackle. So yeah, overall I think he's a pretty good left back, and if you're looking to put a chem style on him, I would also go anchor on this one. If you want to splash out the coins, put a shadow on him to really boost up that pace and defending. But yeah, I don't really think that he needs much more than a basic chem style. Goes up to 80 pace, 77 defending, 74 physical, which is pretty good for a starter left back. It's going to be pretty cheap. We're going to move on to right center mid now. We're going to go for an absolute beast of a looking card. NLW, I believe is how you say it. He's got 80 pace, which is really good for a central midfielder. 83 dribbling and 77 physical are the standout stats for him. He's also got 4-star skills, which is really good. 5'11" is tall enough to win a decent amount of aerial battles in midfield. His dribbling, like I mentioned before, is really good. He's got 83 agility, 82 balance, with 84 dribbling and 84 ball control. So he's going to be able to hold on the ball and dribble it up the field for you when you need to. Shooting isn't the best besides his 80 shot power, and 71 long shots isn't that bad when it's paired with that 80 shot power. His passing is okay. He's got 79 vision, 79 short passing, 76 long passing. I think those are pretty much just fine for a starter midfielder. 5'11" as well. He's going to be a pretty good midfielder for you. If you want a chem style on him, I would go with engine. Boosts his pace, passing, and dribbling. That just makes him a beast of a card. For like a box-to-box or kind of a little bit more of attacking central midfielder. But if you want to boost his defending and physical, I'd go anchor, of course. And if you don't want to spend any money, just keep him on basic. It's still a really good card for the price that he's probably going to be, which I wouldn't expect him to be too expensive, but you don't really know. This game hasn't come out yet, and there's still a lot of things that could change. Central midfielder is going to be Coquelin. He's got a pretty good card for the rating that he has. 71 pace is good for a central midfielder. 78 defending, and 81 physical. He's got 91 aggression though, which I think is really important for a kind of more defensive minded center mid. 79 strength is good. 78 stamina is also good. 5'10", maybe not the tallest that you want, but I think it's going to be good enough because he does have 80 jumping, so he's going to win a decent amount of headers. And like I mentioned before, I think he's more of a defensive minded CDM or central mid, so he's got good defending stats: 80 stand and 79 slide tackle with 78 marking and 74 reactions. I think he's going to be a really good, well-rounded central defensive midfielder-ish, or box-to-box midfielder. If you guys want to put a chem style on him, if Catalyst isn't too expensive, I would definitely go with that one. Boosts his pace really well, and his passing as well gets a nice boost. Engine would also be a pretty good one. Or maybe Architect. No. Maestro might be pretty good, but I don't know why you would want to boost his shooting. So those are the chem styles that I would recommend. Keep him on basic, engine, or catalyst is what I would do. Moving on to our left central midfielder, we're going to go with a guy that had a wonder season last year. AOR. He's pretty similar to Ndombele, except he's lacking in the defending and physical stats. He's got 79 pace, which is really good for a midfielder. He's got high dribbling, 4-star, 4-star. 5'9" isn't the tallest, but you have some decently tall midfielders next to him. He's got really good passing with 83 vision, 83 short passing, as well as 77 long passing. Physicals aren't the best, although 74 stamina should be good enough for the start of the game, and 64 strength isn't that bad on a guy who's only 5'9". For the chem styles for him, I would go... Oh, what's this called? Gladiator could work. Backbone might also be pretty good. But then again, Engine would be pretty good. I would play him as kind of like a more attacking-minded central midfielder. So like you kind of dribble up the field with him and really pass it through the left side of the field through him. So some nice pace is always going to be useful. So Engine would probably be best for him. Alrighty, moving on to the right forward, we're gonna go with a guy that looks amazing this year, Alan St. Maximum. He's got 91 pace, which is gonna be good enough to get past almost all defenders in this game. 84 dribbling is really good as well. He's got 93 agility, 87 balance, and 85 dribbling. He's got 62 strength, which actually isn't that bad for a winger. 4-star, 4-star. Looks like a really good card this year. For chem styles for him, you don't really need to boost his pace, but more pace is always good. So a Hawk would fit him pretty well, boost his shooting and physical. Another one that might be good also is Sniper. That really will boost his finishing and positioning and his dribbling. So that for a cheaper chem style, I'd recommend Sniper. But if you have the coins, definitely go for the Hawk. Left forward, we're gonna go with Moses Simon. He's got 92 pace, 65 physical, 81 dribbling, and 71 shooting. He's pretty similar to St. Maximum in the fact that he's got good pace, decent physical, and pretty good dribbling. He's got also pretty decent shooting, and since he does have that 5-star weak foot, you're going to be able to shoot with any foot, and 4-star skills as well, so both the wingers have 4-star skills. So if you do utilize those, they're always nice to have, so you'll definitely like both of these wingers. Chem styles for him, I definitely want to boost his shooting and passing. So that's Deadeye, I believe, yeah. Goes up to 82 shooting, 74 passing. Really good finishing with the chem style boost. Positioning also boosted up nicely. And I don't think that you really need to touch his physical because he does have 69 strength on his base cards, so that should be pretty good to just, you know, hold on to the ball as long as he has it close to his feet, which he usually does with his 82 dribbling. As well as his low center of gravity, only being 5'6" and 91 balance. I think he's going to be a pretty difficult player to get off the ball, pretty tricky as well. And then for the striker, we're going to go with a Boateng. We're going to go with a manual Boateng. 88 pace, 78 dribbling, 73 shooting, 72 physical. His pace is the standout stat, obviously. I went for pace in this team because starter teams, I think, need to be a little sweaty. So the front three is all really fast, and Boateng caps it off. He's got okay shooting, probably not the best finisher on the game, definitely not the best, with only 75 finishing, 73 positioning, and that 64 composure might mess him up a bit. So you might want to look into changing him. I'll leave some alternatives in the description, but overall I think he has a pretty good card with 89 agility, good dribbling and ball control. Only 3-star skills though, and only 5'9", so he's not gonna really be a target man. Although I think he will have the ability to win headers with his 92 jumping and 71 heading accuracy. And he also has decent physical stats with 70 strength. Chem style for him, I would go Hawk, most likely, just to boost his shooting and physical. Goes up to 83 positioning and 80 finishing with 88 shot power. Those are some pretty good shooting stats on a 76 rated gold card. If you're looking for something else, Sniper again would be pretty good. He doesn't have like the highest dribbling, so boosting that dribbling by 11 is going to be pretty important. 83 positioning with the boost and 90 finishing. It's going to be a lot more clinical and reliable in front of goal for you with the Sniper Chem style. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think that this team's going to be too expensive. I think the players you're going to have to look out for being too expensive is going to be the right center back, Mukiele. Maybe Alan St. Maximum might be expensive because he's got a really good upgrade this year. He's got 91 pace, 84 dribbling, 4-star, 4-star, like I said before. Matthew might also be like between like around 5k perhaps, just because he is the highest rated player in the team. But overall, I don't think that the team should cost more than, say, around like 25,000, maybe 30,000 coins at the high end. If you are looking for a different right center back, you could always go with this guy's twin, Dayo Upamecano, I believe is how you say it. He might be a little cheaper, just because he has a little less pace, but he's got higher strength and a little worse defending stats. So whichever one is cheaper between these two, I would go with, just to save yourself some coins so you can use them later. Also, if you don't want to get Coquelin, if you're looking to change it up a little bit, someone also that works is Jeffrey and Kondogbia. He's quite a bit taller. He's got 4-star skills, faster, much higher physical, and better defending. I would say he might be a little too expensive at the beginning, so I'd stick with Coquelin. He's just going to be pretty reliable for you. There's not much difference in the stats, so I think you guys would be fine with sticking with Coquelin. But anyways, guys, that is the finished team. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.